So hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Now in this week's video we start off by jet washing this old 1970s Johnson's dumper that my friend has. It's got a beautiful engine on it and I'll tell you more about that in a bit. And yeah, we're just jet washing it down, testing his jet wash trailer which has a petrol jet wash, and then we also start jet washing all the parts for getting the gearbox back together, because basically one of the shafts in the gearbox broke, so they had to take it all apart. So we're just cleaning some bits before it goes back together. We've rebuilt the gearbox, or well, Ben mainly has, and I helped him do a few bearings as well. And yeah, now we're off to fitting it all back in. So this gearbox broke a shaft inside of it. I believe it was this one here. It goes quite thin and it's kind of a weak point. I mean, it's 50 years old, fair play to it. But that's all rebuilt now with all bearings from a different gearbox that was very similar but had all the same bearings. So all the bearings have been swapped over, everything's nice and solid. It's all ready to go in. It goes into gear, all that. So it's going on this 1970s Johnson's dumper, which once was from Murphy. And it's a 2-cylinder Lister with a crank start, and it's bloody awesome. And it's just one of those classics. If you watch anyone kind of Maximus Iron Thumper, if you know him, he's got something similar, and they just sound awesome. Bah, 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 bah. So yeah, we fired it up the other day, but I didn't have the cameras out then. But yeah, we're hoping to get it back together, because it was working, hence the load in the bucket, and then the gearbox shaft snapped. So that's all fixed now, and it can all slot back together, clutch in, etc. And then prop on and all that back together. Hopefully we'll get it running before I have to go, because I'd love to see it move, and then it's going to put a dump up there. So yeah, but it's a bit of a beast, I'll tell you that. It's a bit of a beast. And there you are. So that's the exhaust, that's your decompression valve for when you crank the engine, and oh, it's just awesome. Look at that, a clutch alignment tool if I've ever seen one, which I haven't. Got some bolts? Or do we just fuck it off and just fucking hope it stays there? What? Do you want 2 bolts? How many do you want?
I'll only put 2 in there. We don't even know the torque splitters, so.
Yeah, what's it matter anyway? Or 0.
That's never happened.
It's cold. It's like, it's cold! It's cold because it's cold. It's the coldest inside. Oh, just listen to that engine, doesn't it just chug along? Sounds beautiful. Anyway, here's the gearbox now in. Somehow the camera battery died at the worst point, so you didn't see us putting it in. But that's the gearbox in, and now we're just about to test it and fire the engine up again. So after that successful mission of getting the gearbox on and running and going through the gears very nicely, we were then happy with where we'd got to and the daylight was running out, so I headed off to that spot I went to last week, which my friend showed me, to have my last night on Anglesey before heading off to a job near Manchester tomorrow morning. So whilst replacing my clutch slave and master cylinder at my mate's, I noticed the feed to the clutch master was a little bit temperamental and possibly needed replacing, but none of us had any hose. So we made do and put it back on, but then it was leaking, so I bought some from Eurocar Parts, so now I'm fitting it while I'm at this job near Manchester. Job done. No leaky hose. So you now catch me leaving the Manchester area after filling up with fuel, and then we hit the M6 for 137 miles. GoPro died, otherwise I'd be showing you forwards as well. I've had enough of those back and forth shots already. This road had like 3 vehicles go along it and then hasn't had any since I haven't been stopping. Ridiculous. But yeah, this spot was on Park for Night because I had a spot saved and it was alright, and I was like, I wonder if there's anything good on Park for Night. And there's this spot and it's just in the middle of nowhere and it looks awesome, so that's where we're going. I've found the spot. I think the van's sitting happily there. Where I stopped to set the camera up a second ago, both places were just on this hill. I chose the worst place to get the camera out and do some drive-by shots because it was a hill, there was cars, there was people. I had to keep driving and then walk about 0.2 miles back to the camera and then back again. But we're here, and we're in Scotland. So yeah, Galloway Forest for the next few days. I'm going to head off to Frugaldom. So let's have a little chat now I'm here. I've just been doing some work on a van, as you will know now. And yeah, it was a 2.5 hour drive on Google Maps. It was like 3.5 hours for me, but I'm absolutely fine with that. Just plodding on, give my battery a good charge. It's now up to 62%, which is beautiful. I was down both when I left my friends and when I left this work job. I was at like 26%, which is like 75 amp hours left, so not a lot. So yeah, I'm really testing the battery though, and I was really paranoid about it not being anywhere near 100 before, like all of last winter and even on this summer. But really, you don't have to be at 100%, and it's just my paranoid kind of on it brain going, no, you got to have as much as possible, but you don't, you just use it. That's the point of it, and that's why I want a second battery bank, so I've got more to use eventually one day. But for now, yeah, we're at 62% for those that are interested, and I'll move on for the battery stuff. So the next few days, I've got a rough plan. I'm just planning it in terms of 1 week at a time, and then got a vague idea of where roughly to go. I think I'm going to do the West Coast a bit later on and do that next year. You know, before I head down, on my way down, that'll be the thing I do. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to get some firewood from here before I leave, and then I'm going to head off to Dumfries and do some shopping, some boring stuff. But then I want to do a bit of exploring around the Galloway Forest a bit, and then I'm going to head off to Frugaldom. And if you don't know what Frugaldom is, it's just a little community where they offer a little space for a camper van to stay for a donation overnight or some volunteering work. So yeah, I'm going to go there, have a chat with them. I spoke to them a lot over Instagram and stuff. So yeah, it'd be good to go over there. And then, as I say, up to my friends in the south of Scotland, and then I might explore around Edinburgh and then just go up into Cairngorm from then. But yeah, that's my rough plan. But for now, I'm going to get the burner lit because that is a must. It's still not that cold. It's very, very mild for this time of year, and it's very annoying because I rely on my burner to heat my water, to do half my cooking to save power, and if it's too warm, then I don't really have the burner on because I had the diesel heater on the other night, and it's like, yeah, you end up using more power because you just don't have you don't have the burner on because it's not cold enough. So I'm really looking forward to the cold weather, really looking forward to putting the burner to its test, putting the saw and me getting wood and just really enjoying and going back to a relaxed kind of life, you know, back to basics, as one of Ash's videos was called, that I have frequently rewatched up in Scotland again. And maybe we'll go for a little explore before it does. Oh, I've got phone calls and boring stuff to make, insurance phone calls and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do first, to be fair. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit when I'm lighting the fire. So, I'm going to attempt to cook some oven goods. They're up on the side up there. A pasty and some fingers. Now they've just been sat in the freezer and I need to go to the shops, as I said, tomorrow. So I've not got any veg to go with it, but I'm gonna put it in the burner. Because they're only like oven things, you can do them in the air fryer for like 15 minutes just to warm them up. So I'm thinking in here for 20 minutes or so, you know, it's at 100 odd degrees. I'll have it at like hot, at like 150, 160, and in there it'll be nice and hot. So someone suggested, a subscriber, I can't remember who, I never can, sorry, I do apologise, but to do like baked potatoes in tinfoil in here, like you would on an outside fire, and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea, I'll try that this winter. I haven't got any potatoes at the moment, but I think I'm going to try those, as I said. But I will try the baked potatoes. This wood is so dry. That's what I got from Anglsey. It's just like pine, or whatever it is. Let's get this stuff ready in tinfoil and stick her in the oven, the burner. So I got my pasty, and really wrong end of the country for this, don't I? The pasty. Let's just stick that in there. So I saw Marie did some banana cake in like I can't think, like a ceramic lidded pot in the fire as well. So might be able to bake in the fire. Tell you, this burner gets more and more useful by the day. Yeah. So wrap the fish fingers up, chuck them in there. Well, you know, veggie fingers, and yeah, we'll see how it does. Okay, so I've got the first one out, the non-fish fish fingers, the veggie fingers. Woo! Okay, quick, get the other one out. Okay, well, everything's a learning curve, obviously. Now we know that the burner is now very efficient and smoking. Lesson learned. The burner cooks very well on one side. Now maybe putting it to the side would be better. Okay, that one's a little bit brown, but I don't mind burnt too much, so yeah, we'll gloss over that fact. We've done one. Now we will learn. Expect an update on this. Cooking in the burner. Piping hot inside though. No need for the damn air fryer in the winter. I don't know why I was trying to do it. Anyway, ignore that in the background. I've just realised something's on. Anyway, I'm going to sit and eat this while watching my thing over there, and I'll catch you guys later. Right, I'm just going to make some breakfast, but it's getting light outside now, and I can see my surroundings, even though it wasn't dark when I got here. But I'll show you guys around when I go out in for to get some firewood in a bit. Hopefully there's some in that little, it's only a little woodland, but I think I saw some bits when I was driving past it. I'm just having like a smoothie thing with banana oats and whatnot blended in a cup. So yeah, not very exciting. This is the first winter with everything in, and we got 3 degrees outside now. It's dropped even since I filmed it, so it's going down and down, which is nice. I like the cold. It just feels good to have the burner on when it's cold. When you got the burner on when it's not cold, you've got all the windows open and you can't feel a cold draft coming through, and it's like, well, why have I got this burner on? Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because you're probably really bored, and I'll see you when we go out to get some firewood. What a lovely morning Scotland has treated me with for my first morning. The van's just down there. Don't know if you can see it. I'm just getting some firewood, but the camera was formatting for the last 15 minutes. For some reason it took so long. Bloody GoPros. But I've cut a few bits of wood already. And there's another branch up there I'm going to go have a look at. Lots of choice. I think most of it's quite good, to be fair. I'm eyeing up that branch there. start chopping from the end, so I might do that. Completely rammed, that is. We need 2 hands to do that up. But I just thought to show you. Oh no, there we are. That is one big bag. That's probably 2 days worth in about maybe half an hour. Not bad. And not a bad view if the GoPro wasn't so overexposed. Yeah, Galloway Forest, everyone skips it. It's beautiful. I'm not even in the Galloway Forest yet, I'm the other side of Dumfries. But later, yeah, we'll go meandering through the Galloways. Anyway, see you back at the van where it's nice and warm. Doesn't she look good? In her natural habitat again. Now, you may have noticed that I had my long chimney on again this morning. That's because last night it got quite windy and then rainy, and it was quite stormy to be fair. And I was getting puffs of smoke through, so I thought I'd test it out again, stick it on, and then I didn't get a single puff again. Just that extra 30 or 40 centimetres makes a huge difference to how the how much smoke comes in. So yeah, must have. That thing's staying. Some of this wasn't the greatest, a little bit rotten, etc., but you gotta get what you gotta get. And I have got quite a bit of nice wood as well. Good wood run. Morning exercise and heating done. Right. I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I made it to Scotland, which was the ultimate aim, and now I'm in the Galloways and I'm going to be, you know, travelling around, but in order for my videos to go up on time, I kind of need to edit this video here. But yeah, we've gone from Anglesey, building a dumper, which I looked back at the footage this morning and I lost half of it. Oh, wow, the camera battery died at all the wrong times. And then I drove to do that job near Manchester, and then I drove up here yesterday, which was a lovely, peaceful drive, just 50 miles an hour, just cruising along. And yeah, and now it's time to adventure the Galloway Forest and South Scotland, etc. But yeah, that's all going to be saved for next week's video, so if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do. It really helps support the channel. There's links in the description to further help me if you so desire, and if you'd like to check out the Mercedes channel, I'll link that in the description again for those of you that might not have seen last week's video if you're interested in T1s. But yeah, comment anything you like below, let me know what you thought about the video, and I'll see you next week.